Hi guys, Retian here, and in this project we're gonna be making wooden crates. See? Stick around. Okay, so to start this project it's quite simple. You guys get the wooden cubes from the craft stores. I can't seem to find them anywhere, but I did find these. These are also wooden cubes, but they are stamps. So for the guys who don't find the wooden cubes but can find these wooden stamps, you can easily, if you're careful, peel off the stamp part. See? Now, and you get a nice wooden cube. This you can simply just toss it away. Now what I did was I went online and because this is for my Batman game, I printed out the Wayne Enterprise logo. See? And I just shrunk it to size so it will fit on my cube, like so. See? Now you notice you have these edges at the side. I simply take some piece of cardstock. This is actually that held my skewers for painting the brickwork. Now what I simply do is I take my ruler, measure out, because this will be a measurement, guys. So you simply take your ruler and you measure out 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters. And you're gonna do that for an entire row, because the thing is you have to place these on the sides, as I did with this one. This is not completely finished, but this was just to demonstrate it to you guys. See? And we're gonna be doing that for all the sides, which means the Wayne logo will be glued here, cardstock strips like this, glue them on here, and it will basically give that 3D field. And when that is done, the only thing that will be remaining is take a small brush and simply paint this in a wooden color or whatever you guys like. So yeah, but for now I'm gonna mark out 3 millimeters, cut out a bunch of lines, and then I'll be back. I've marked out a few lines, 3 millimeters, and I simply take my scissor to it and gently start to cut them. Now I've used the Wayne Enterprise logo because, as I said, it's for my Batman game, but you guys can do this with whichever logo you prefer, okay? So yeah, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take some simple white glue. You can put this in a cup, but I just simply have a piece of paper at hand. Just put it on and take a small brush. Take your wooden piece, just dab your brush, a quick dip in the water, not too much. Grab the glue and cover the entire side, like so. Water down PVA, not too much water down. Then you simply take your logo and you gotta make sure it's a little straight. That's why I watered down the PVA. And find the center mark for the Wayne logo or whatever logo you guys have. And we're gonna do this for all sides except for the bottom piece. So I went ahead and glued all the pieces on, except, as I said, for the bottom, because it's gonna have to stand down anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, some of you think if you have cut into a nice square and you've centered it nicely, like for instance on this side, you could leave it as it is. You don't really necessarily have to put some cardstock upon there. I'm going to do it because it gives it that little bit more of a 3D feel when paint this up and put it on your board. It just looks nicer. So what I simply do now is I take my brush, take my white glue on it, and for this actually guys I'm using full strength white glue, so not watered down. Well, the brush is still a little wet, so but yeah, the thicker it is, the faster the glue will stay on there. So I take my strip and simply glue it on. Make sure you don't cover up the logo. And now what I do is, to speed things up, simply go around. I will be cutting off the edges simply when this piece has dried. Otherwise it's... Or you could pre-measure everything guys, but you know I don't really like to do all those things. So yeah, this is a quick way to make nice themed wooden crates for your terrain pieces. And if one part overlaps the other, like here, just make sure you put enough glue on there and it will stick, don't worry. Just do make sure that it's straight. Now I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna cut off the edges and do the other parts. So it's dried, I've cut off 2 pieces. You simply take it, put your scissors to the side, lop off the edges. See? Starting to get a nice looking box. And now we're simply gonna do the same for the other sides and our crate will be done except for painting this up. And there we go. Oh, the bottom, as I said, maybe I'll paint this black, simply just to have it black, but it will be on the bottom. And that is how I make my crates, my miniature crates. Now I'll quickly see if I can paint this up and show you. I've even decided to paint it white, so I simply took a dab of white paint. It's quite easy, you simply cover the cardstock. Now this is very cheap white paint, so it doesn't cover all that directly. But yeah, you guys get the idea, right? And that's simply how I use my crates, make my crates. For the Batman miniatures game, or a zombie game, or whatever game you prefer, simply hit all sides on the cardstock. Paint it white, brown, black, whatever you guys prefer. And for the logo, just use whatever kind of logo you prefer. Voila! Wayne Enterprise box. See? Very simple, very nice, and a nice feature to our board. Now I did figure out one thing, because I've cut out the cardstock strips and glued them on. Now, to save yourself maybe some trouble, a quick tip you guys could do, and that's paint your cardstock in the color you desire, or get the cardstock in the exact color that you want and glue that on, and it saves you the process of painting entirely. So just get yourself some black, brown, white, whatever color you want, or simply the cardstock I'm using. Simply take some of the cardstock, measure out your lines, cut them out with the scissors, and once you've cut them out, put them on a piece of paper, paint them up, let them dry. As soon as they're dry, glue them on, and your box is done, and you don't even have to do another thing. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little quick bonus video, and I'll see you next time, guys. Take care. This was Already. Bye.